So in my previous video, I talked about how a bad relaxer gave me bald patches, which was the Affirm relaxer. So I wanted to talk about a corrective relaxer because that's what I did. Anyone who's experienced relaxing their hair and it went wrong and it left you with a lot of texture, and now you're at that stage where it's not bone straight, but it's not natural, it's like Texlax, but it's really annoying and irritating because, for one, what moisturizes the relax won't moisturize the natural, and styling becomes a problem. Then it gets really kinky at the roots, like so kinky, and then it's just frustrating. And that was what I experienced, and as a result of that, my soul could not rest. I was on a hunt for another relaxer. Straight away I started doing research, I started Googling, and then I realized that the reason why I had those bald patches from a firm relaxer and everything was because sodium hydroxide was just too strong for thin, fine hair. And calcium hydroxide is better for fine hair or thin hair. Now, I have fine 4C hair. So this information might be really like crucial for you, but that was one of the reasons why the bald patches happened, because when I used the sodium hydroxide on my mom's hair, who's got really coarse resistant hair, it worked out beautiful. It turned out amazing. And so I was on a search looking for a new relaxer, and I was just looking at people's review and looking at their hair and everything. And then I came across a relaxer. And so I decided to take the risk and buy that relaxer, all right? Because we all know how dangerous relaxers can be for our scalp and to our organs as well. So the last relaxer I did with Affirm was in the month of July. And after I did that relaxer session with Affirm, about a week later, I was starting to feel a lot of natural texture around my hair. And I was thinking, is this like natural hair that I'm feeling? But I didn't pay attention to it. I just kept, carrying on other things in life. And so 2 weeks later, my mom was like, are you going back to natural? Because your hair is looking natural at the back. I was like, what? She said, yeah, your hair is looking really natural and really kinky at the back. And bear in mind, this was like 3 weeks post relaxer with Affirm. And so I was feeling it. I'm like, why am I feeling a lot of natural texture here? And it's only been 3 weeks post relaxer. Like, this can't be magic where my hair is growing like three inches within 3 weeks. So I decided to take a picture and a video, and I'm going to show you that video right now. So this is what my hair was looking like 3 weeks post relaxer. And as you can see, the back is so kinky. It's looking so natural. The front, the bit where you see straight, that was the only bit that looked a little bit relaxed. But the back, all the damage was gone. And so I think all the new growth had popped out. And so all the damaged strands were out. And my back was so kinky. And then we had this huge breakage at the front as well with some patches due to the relaxer. It was just a mess and it needed to be corrected ASAP. So after I took that video, I was so shocked on how my hair looked frizzy. It had gone back to its kinky state. And I was thinking, this is why, like, I couldn't moisturize it. Like, I couldn't even get it to straighten. I would have to use a flat iron. At that point, I just made up my mind to even ditch the flat iron for now and just put it away. And so now I ordered this new relaxer to try it out. And so when I ordered this new relaxer, this time when the relaxer arrived, it was like 4 weeks post relaxer that I did with Affirm. And I said to myself, should I just take the risk and just do a corrective relaxer? Because realistically, you're supposed to wait about minimum 8 to 12 weeks But this was really irritating. As you can see in that video, it was so bad. It was so bad. I had like, I didn't even want to go to the office. I just worked from home. Luckily enough, something happened that I had to work from home, so I didn't have to go to the office. And I said to myself, I am not going back to that office until I fix this mess and I find that relaxer. So this new relaxer came. It was 4 weeks. And I just made up my mind to take the risk and just do a corrective relaxer, because now I'm aware on how to relax 4C hair and understanding that the key thing is to comb through it, right? And so I did that corrective relaxer within 4 weeks. It was risky because it's way too early. It was risky. It was dangerous, but I was so frustrated with my hair. Like for me, my hair is part of my beauty. I don't feel more beautiful when I have makeup on, but I feel more beautiful when my hair is on point and it feels okay and it looks okay, if that makes sense. Like, so I did a corrective relaxer, 4 weeks post relaxer. And when I put this relaxer on my hair, oh my gosh. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I found the one. I found the one. You know, when you come across a product that just does what it's supposed to do, I couldn't believe my eyes. And I'm not even going to mention the relaxer in this video, so don't bother asking me. I'm at that place right now where I'm gatekeeping my products because I don't know what's going on in the air. Once you start telling people what product you're using, it's out of stock, it's non-accessible. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to gatekeep this information. But anyway, when I used that relaxer and I combed through the relaxer, in the bathroom, when I was washing it off with neutralizing shampoo, I was like, it's gone bone straight, because the length was showing even more. It was so soft. And when I came out of the shower, I just felt like the best thing since sliced bread. And then I came out of the shower and I did a protein treatment, because I always do that after my relaxer session. And it just went straight. Oh my gosh. I didn't even need to flat iron my hair anymore. Because the whole purpose of me flat ironing my hair was to make sure that it just stays straight and just, sit. But when I found this relaxer, it just did that. It just did what it was supposed to do. And the reason why I'm sharing this is sometimes when you're going through damaged hair, part of the damage could be that the hair is not relaxed enough. And so you're not moisturizing it. The hair is not being able to stay moisturized because you're not using the right product. Because with Texlax hair, you're kind of like half natural, half relaxed. So the texture is really hard to work with it. It's really hard for some people, especially the 4C people. And so if you're like, I don't want to take the risk because of whatever, you have to understand that for me, I have stopped protective styling and I don't have any wigs. And this is all I've got. Like, this is all I got. I don't have any substitute, if you know what I mean. So for me, it was like, I'm just going to take the risk because I know what I'm doing. I've done my research. I know what I'm doing. But for people who have wigs, who have braids, they can wait 3 months. They can wait 12 months to do that corrective process. But for me, I don't have substitute. So I was willing to do it 4 weeks post relaxer. I didn't even want to, but I had to, because this is the hair that I've got. This is what's mine. And what is mine needs to look good. I need to be proud of it. And I wasn't proud of it with the way it was looking and the way it was feeling. It was irritating me. When my hair is not in good condition, my hair begins to irritate me. I can't focus on anything else until I fix it. That's just how it is with me. So before you get a corrective relaxer, if you're doing it yourself, it's important that you do enough research before you start. Because what you don't want is to correct it, make a mistake, and then correct it. Now, there is implications of doing a corrective relaxer. You will have some breakage. You will. Because 4 weeks post relaxer is way too soon. And there isn't much new growth going on. So I did have a lot of breakage. But to be honest with you, my hair been breaking since last year anyway. So it's not something new for me. My hair did break during that corrective relaxer, but it was worth it because the damage is gone. So it was worth it, and there's still hair on my hair. Like my hair has not fallen out. Okay, I'm surprised I'm not even bald all over my head at this point. So there's still hair on my head, even though I took that risk. I've seen people who've done like a relaxer session and like strands upon strands were falling out. And there was a part of me that was scared, thinking, is that going to happen to me? Because this is just like 4 weeks post relaxer. But it didn't happen because I did my research and I know what I'm supposed to do and I know what I'm not supposed to do. And I know how much I'm supposed to time it in order to know when it's relaxed. Okay. So if you are intending to do a corrective relaxer, please do adequate research. Don't just watch one video and then boom, you're on to do. No, relaxers are really dangerous. And so it's important that we take our time to understand what we're doing. Understand the purpose of relaxing your hair. Understand how long it should be on your head. How you should relax it. I am going to do a video on this, teaching you all how to do this. I don't know when, but I will try to get to it as soon as possible. But please make sure you are listening to the right people. And do remember this, corrective relaxer will cause some breakage. It will. It might even cause some damage. I don't recommend 4 weeks, but I did it because this is what I've got. I don't have wigs. I don't have any extension. Like nothing. This is all I've got. This is the challenge that I put myself through, to not do any protective styling, to not wear wigs, to watch this hair grow out, because I truly believe that I don't need those things to grow my hair out. I just don't. And I'm not going to be a slave using somebody else's hair to grow my hair. My hair is enough. So that is really it for this video. That's pretty much an update of where I am with my hair now. It's pretty much a fresh start. This video will probably be released in November, but I did this corrective relaxer in August, I think, something like that. So yeah, there's a bit of a backlog because there's queues of videos going out. That's just how I work. Anyway, let me see if I'm forgetting anything that I'm about to say in this video. Yeah, I wanted to talk about sodium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. So a lot of hairdressers will tell you that calcium hydroxide is not bad as it dries the hair out over time, and that you should use sodium hydroxide. I am a living proof of what I'm preaching right now. Sodium hydroxide is too harsh for fine hair. It's way too harsh. It's way too harsh for fine hair, too harsh for thin hair, especially if you're doing your hair yourself. I don't recommend it. Calcium hydroxide, on the other hand, I believe is best for fine hair. It's best for thin hair, fine hair, and it does not dry over time if you use the relaxer that is best for your hair. It does not dry over time. So the relaxers that I would recommend, Phyto. I've done a review on Phyto relaxers on my channel. That's really good for fine hair. Another one that I would recommend, Mazani Butter Blend. They have one for fine hair. They have the calcium hydroxide one, and then they have the sodium hydroxide one, I think for color or fine hair. I'm not too sure. So yeah, Mazani Butter Blend and Phyto relaxers. Those are the two relaxers that I would recommend for fine hair or thin hair. So that is it for this video. That is just an update of what's been going on with me. I'll see you all next time.